Hi all and welcome to another edition of The Week Ahead. On Monday, the data will begin with the release of Chinese export data for December and also US trade balance for November. On Tuesday, all eyes are going to be on ECB President Draghi's speech, which is scheduled at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Also on Tuesday, UK Parliament is due to vote on Brexit deal. So any news coming out of there will have significant impact on volatility across sterling currency crosses and UK equities. On Wednesday, German inflation for December is due. That will be followed by UK consumer price index release and also US retail sales and crude oil inventories in the afternoon for the week ending 11th of January. On Thursday, Eurozone consumer price index and also Japanese consumer price index are due for release. The week will finish on Friday with the release of UK retail sales and also Canadian consumer price index. Now let's take a look at a few markets. This is dollar Japanese yen in 4-hourly time frame. The price action is consolidating sideways, although still creating the sequence of lower highs. We are currently trading very close to 108.50. The initial upside is capped by 108.90, followed by 109.30 and 109.75. So the breakout and the daily close above this sequence of the current highs is required for a potential push higher. Alternatively, if the price consolidates here and starts dipping from here lower or gets rejection at the retest of 108.90 again, then the initial downside support is towards this cluster of the lows here at 107.60. Confirm loss of that level could open up the way for the retest of 107.16, 107 level, possibly even 106.80 to the downside again. This is euro dollar in 4-hourly time frame. We saw a significant breakout above this 1.1485 level that we talked about last week, and a spike higher above 1.15, 1.1530, 1.1570 to the upside. The current price action appears to be retesting that breakout level. It's psychologically important for the bulls for this level to hold support. If we see the basing here and spike higher from these current levels, the initial upside is capped by 1.1540, 1.1570 to the upside, followed by 1.16. Only the daily close above 1.16 would open up the way for additional strength, possibly targeting 1.17, 1.18 over the medium term. Alternatively, the initial downside is supported by 1.1440. Confirmed loss of that level would negate this a breakout, and it will become a false breakout or a fake out, and then open up the way for a deeper retracement into this ranging zone towards 1.14, which is nice and round psychological number. Loss of that area would open up the way for the retest of 1.1310 level to the downside. Crude oil had a very nice spike higher from what appeared to be inverted head and shoulder pattern and a breakout above that 47.50 area last week. Additional spike higher over that 50 level as well, which was the cluster of these previous lows, and the spike into 53.30 at the moment. So the key level for us to watch is at 50 at the moment. That will be a first logical downside support. If the current consolidation and a pullback goes back down to 50, that level would be retested now as a newly found support. Bulls appear to be in control above that level, potentially opening up the way for the retest of 53, 30 to the upside again, which is the current sequence of the highs and also a logical upside resistance. Alternatively, a dip to 50 and the end of day close below that level could open up the way for the retest of 48.40, possibly even 47.50 to the downside. Gold appears to be ranging very close to 1300 level. The initial downside is supported by 1283, 1276. Gold is uptrending quite nicely. It's supported by a couple of these rising support trend lines, but that 1300 level is nice and round number, and it's currently offering a fairly substantial resistance to the upside. Only a breakout and the end of day close above that 1300 level is required by the bulls for a potential move higher towards 1310, possibly even 1322 resistance levels. Alternatively, a dip lower and consolidation below 1283, 1276 and end of day close below that initial downside support level could open up the way for the deeper retracement towards 1250 to the downside. This is German DAX or German 30 index. The price is downtrending at the moment, although we saw a number of days when with the bullish closing price higher, but the price is still creating this sequence of lower highs and lower lows. The initial downside is supported by 10,800 level. Bulls need that level to hold support for a potential push higher into the resistance area of 11,040, 11,128, possibly even 11,250 to the upside. Bear it in mind, there is a falling resistance trend line and also the sequence of these previous highs and lows, therefore horizontals, which are indicating that this is fairly substantial resistance zone. Alternatively, a dip lower and a loss of 10,800 would negate that bullish oversold bounce back sentiment and open up the way for the retest of deeper downside supports towards 10,700, 10,630, possibly even 10,432. This is Wall Street. We saw a fairly substantial move higher towards 24,000, nice and round number, which is the current upside resistance level. Only a breakout and end of day close above 24,000 in Dow could open up the way for the retest of additional upside resistances towards 24,180, possibly even 24,400 to the upside. Alternatively, if the price consolidates here for a while and we see a controlled pullback lower, then the initial downside is supported by 23,650. Confirm loss of that level and end of day close below that level would open up the way for a deeper retracement towards 23,420, 23,400, possibly even 23,140 to the downside. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, stay safe and happy trading.